Alright, so in this video I'm going to show off the stands that I got from a Kickstarter. Link will be down in the description for that, and let's get into it. Alright, so like I said, I bought these off of Kickstarter, just received them, and I will link that down in the description so you guys can go ahead and follow that. And you should be able to see that they're still selling them through his site, I believe. I'll put more details down in the description, as well as try to put his Twitter and the website and everything down there so you guys can follow those. As you can see, I got the gray and white stands. The gray ones to match kind of the Nintendo systems, but I also put other cartridges on these stands as well so you guys could see them. Alright, so I initially got these in a box and nothing really much in them besides them inside of plastic bags. Not a big deal. Hopefully he can work on the packaging and try to sell them a little bit more packaged. I don't know what his plans are for that, but they didn't seem to get scuffed up or anything during shipping, and so he was trying to ship out a bunch of them, so I understand that. And they are relatively cheap for what they are. I'm going to go into what I like about them and then what I don't like about them so you guys can make your own opinion on it. So these white ones that I got are for the handhelds. So I tried to put different varieties of games so you guys could see them on them. So you got, you know, the different colored variations of the Game Boy, as well as Game Boy Color and Advanced. And then I put a Game Gear one on there so you guys could see what that looks like on them. They all fit. As you can see, they're kind of like it, just a little bit of shaking does move them a little bit, and that's true on most of them. So that's my first gripe. I like this specific stand. I like how wide this stand is compared to these other ones, and I'll get to those in a second. I like that these seem to be a little bit more sturdy because the games are smaller. I think that a future revision or something of these stands would be to widen the base and maybe make this part wider as well, depending maybe on which ones you choose. I could see why you wouldn't want to widen them for the smaller games. Like these probably wouldn't fit on maybe these, but these Atari ones wouldn't actually fit if you made it too much bigger, but we'll go into the Atari games later. So for the handheld ones, I actually really like them. Like I said, I believe he's got other additions than the white. I just went with a white one just to go kind of neutral with my setup. And so for the most part, I enjoy those. So let's go ahead and go into the console ones, or the bigger cartridges ones. So these stands are really well designed for the NES, the SNES, and the Nintendo 64. I think that it gets a little different with these consoles over here. I feel like the Sega systems seem to work pretty well with them. The Atari ones have a problem because of this little gate guy that they put on some of them. Some of them move, but like this one does not. And it's because the system itself has little things that point into them. So that's why these don't actually work to put on the stand. Not too big of a deal. That's not a fault of the stands. That's just a fault of the cartridges that they used. And that's kind of protecting them anyways. So it's kind of a give and take. But for the stands themselves, I actually quite like them. I'll show you guys a close-up of them, probably interlaced with the video. But for the most part, I like how it looks. I like the little structure here to add to not make these a little floppy, which is really nice. But like I said before, these are a little too narrow. I would like to see the base itself extend out a little bit, so you could, even if this part doesn't actually extend out, just this base part, make it a little bit wider so that it doesn't wobble as much. So these ones actually wobble, or these guys specifically, because there's no connection to the bottom as much as like these are shorter, so these are a little bit taller. So maybe if they made specific ones for different consoles, that'd be kind of cool, so that we could have NES ones, SNES ones, and then 64 ones, other systems as well, obviously. But try to actually make the stands relative to the consoles instead of making them wide. I understand why they are like just generic stands, because it works As long as you don't have like an earthquake or shake the stands on accident, or, you know, the whole thing coming down, it's not a big deal, but just added a little bit of stability on the base itself might actually help the wobble a little bit. I just really wanted to make this video to show off the stands, for one, because I actually quite like them. I like that there's still people wanting to display them in a good way. I've been having a hard time trying to find a way to display the cartridges without adding labels to them that, you know, added to it. These are a little bit easier than the 64 because the 64 doesn't have the top label, but these kind of do. But I do like this style a lot better, as well as some of these other games I can display if I want, or if I don't want to, I don't have to. I like that they work pretty much universally. I'm not sure about the Japanese collection. They may not actually work as much, but for what I have in my collection, I believe it should work on everything, as long as it's not a weird cart. I'd love to see eventually maybe some for the actual cased games or CD games. Even the cartridge ones that are down, you know, DS and stuff like that. Probably can't see off the camera, but I would love to see those. I believe he's working on that next, so that'll be probably an upcoming video showing you guys those, giving you guys a little bit of an update on these as time goes, see if they break down or if they're harder to clean, because there's some little divots in them. So I will let you guys know. I'll let you guys know if these yellow or if they get dirty really easily. For the most part though, this is what I have, and let me know down in the comments if you guys are going to pick any of these up, as well as let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What do you think about like a little bit of a show off of the collection? Alright, so as I was going to film a 360 shot of this, I realized that these are very fragile with shaking, so moving side to side is very easy, and I think that's got to do with trying to make it compatible with all the different types of handheld systems. But I thought it'd be something to notice or note in the video that it seems like they would come off the stand a little bit easier, because the other gray stand that I have is actually clamping onto the little guy down here, which this one can't do. See how you can't actually hold on to the PCB of the cart or anything, so it seems like there's not a lot they could do to fix this, but it is a weird little thing that you have to worry about with this. And sorry for the not focusing, and before we get out of here, like this video if you liked it, dislike if you don't, hit the subscribe button and then turn bell notification on so you get notified when we upload new videos. That helps out with the YouTube algorithm. So a link will be down in the description for my Twitch page. My stream schedule is on there as well, and if you guys hit the follow and notify bell on there, you guys will get notified when I go live and be able to come hang out, talk about video games, potentially play video games as I do viewer games, and play all types of games on all different types of consoles as well as PC. Links will also be down there to merch, Twitter, other social media that I got down there you guys can go check down, as well as the person that makes these stands and their Twitter and their website and everything. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.